And we're here again. I know you're surprised, but it's me. Ah. You were expecting some beautiful lady, but no, it's me. It's me, the guy with the one eyebrow and the bald head and the beard. Whatever. But we have to continue. What we need to do is go one more subdivision level, control the... Oops, no. Save. I already saved, so it's not a problem. I think I saved. Yeah, it should be okay. Yeah, it's 14, yeah. So I will go here with my... I forgot the names of the brushes on that. The pinch brush is this. Then the smooth and pinch. And the smooth brush, if you don't know, but hopefully you know, because you have to be an intermediate user to go through this course. Although you don't have to be, but it's good to be. So now you see how this happened. Yeah, we have to go to the lowest subdivision. And then with the move brush, just fix it. Because otherwise it will look bad from some angles. And those kind of things we have to be careful about. Okay? Alright, so now what I want to do is have some fun. I always have fun. I mean, when I'm recording especially, I have a lot of fun. Because I imagine I'm speaking with you guys. I'm speaking to you and you're listening to me. Although now, exactly now, nobody is listening to me. Except for maybe some cockroach under the... I'm not sure, we don't have cockroaches here, but we may not see them. Maybe they're here. Nobody knows. So yeah, I imagine that you are listening and I'm speaking, and I kind of like teaching. That's why I teach in this academy here in Bulgaria. Not for the money. The money are not that much. But the pleasure to teach some people that want to be taught. And if you bought this tutorial, of course, you want to be taught. You want to learn how to do those things. So now, we will continue. I'm just refining some stuff. We'll see if we will leave it like this. I don't particularly like some things. For this here, I will even push some of them. We'll see. Yeah. It should be fine. Down standard brush. As always, smooth. Down standard brush and smooth is a very good combination. I'm using it a lot. So let's try to make a little bit of variety on the poly paint. Let's go here a little bit more blue, like this. Not so saturated, more kind of grayish. And then go here on the tops. We'll not be able to make this kind of effect, because it will be a poly paint and it will not be nice. Yeah, I'm trying to be more expressive, but I'm moving just the camera and it's not good, so I will try to be more careful, because I had just a little bit of a, you know, yeah. In the bottom also, in the base of the hair, the same color, just this kind of a desaturated purple. And in the middle, we'll put a bit of a yellow, you see? And hopefully it will come to life. This yellow, but pretty desaturated yellow like this. We'll put. Let's try. And what I'm using here is what? You tell me what I'm using. No. I'm using a little bit brighter yellow, probably not so much in the green area. I'm using the RGB intensity of 15 now, because I don't want to push it that much. Okay, this is kind of cool. And it's looking a bit better now, but I need to push more kind of a dark color in the corners, because she was, for example, dyeing the hair with a dye, and on the corners she the hair started to grow and the real color is kind of starting to show below. That's why we have this kind of darker color below. That's just my idea of it. Who knows what happened. Yes. And this, by the way, should be thicker, so I will inflate it a bit. Okay. Alright, now the hair is kind of finished. I mean, I will not touch it anymore. Let's start the body. The body. If we start the body, we need the whole body to have hair as a concept. So let's go to texture. Let's go to import. And let's import this, not this one. This is the original concept, by the way. And this is, I made the background black. Why I made the background black? I will show you. We touch it, press here, and it goes here. So if the background is completely black, we will have kind of a transparency in ZBrush. It's not a completely black now, but we'll go to the contrast. Maybe we can kind of up, you see? When it goes completely black, it just disappears, which is kind of nice for us. Yeah, I maybe will include the concept completely black in okay, we have to put it here because my face, my very nice face. Let me, by the way, try something very interesting. Let's kill some bad guys. Alright, okay. Yeah, some people are not appreciating this kind of thing, so let's continue. Let's put her here. And we need to see all the head and everything because of the proportions. Yeah, but let's do this. So, I think this is visible and it's nice. Probably. Why I'm licking my, you know, because it's very cold outside and today I was outside for some time and my lips went just bad. Alright, how to start the body? Many people are wondering, okay, I made the head, but how to start the body? I know, it will be okay. Append a sphere. It's very easy. Go, select the color of the body, for example, just this color, go and press C, and now I will push it down here and make it bigger, like this. And this will be partially our body, not exactly, but still something like this. We'll press X to have symmetry, and then we are ready to begin. How to begin? Of course, I will make the body a bit more wide at the shoulders. I will go from the side view and push with a big brush like this. I will push a lot on the back. Although we have to be, yes, she's going, but yeah, this will be okay. This will be okay. This will be the S area of the bottom of the waist area. Okay, we'll not make the breasts yet, although she has very small ones, probably, because she's kind of a thin. And they're covered by this big gun, but we should make them because we are making a 3D and we don't care about what's hidden or not. So I will make shoulders. And look how when we have something like a body, she already starting to look a bit more interesting and kind of nice. This is the collarbone in here, and the collarbone from the top, the collarbone is going like sideways and then goes back and then sideways again, and then here we have a flat area and then we go back with the scapula in the back. The distance between the scapulas, by the way, in the back is kind of one head. So we have to be careful about that. Scapulas. Maybe the body will be a little bit kind of more wide, but we'll see. We will make the body nice, and then we will adjust the body or the head according to what we wanna kind of do. What we wanna kind of do. Okay. Now this is the traps muscles. We have to be careful about them because in the female they are not so developed. Also, this collarbone is too low. I will push it a bit up. And for the shoulders, never make the shoulders round. Never make them like this. Always make them like sharp area. And then the shoulder is, there's a sharp corner here. It's not super sharp, but especially in a thin female, it's pretty sharp. This is the chest muscle. Everybody has a chest muscle. So we'll make her like a very thin male, and then we will add breasts. It's the same as I did with my female character in the female anatomy course. I recommend it, by the way. We will go in there. I go much in depth with anatomy, but here I will explain some things too, so don't worry. So this is the scapula, and the scapula on thin people, the scapula is on thin people is kind of a bump. It's a bump. On thick or people who are muscular, the muscles are going over the scapula because this muscle here is attached to the scapula like this. It's also attached to the collarbone and also the scapula here. This is the traps. The traps are very complex muscle, by the way. They're attached to the scapula, to the collarbone, and also to the what was this called? The backbone? No. The spine. The spine. And in most people, in all people, when they are standing straight, the spine is kind of inward, inside some muscles and stuff in here. If the person is very muscular, this is much more deep. If it's not very with not very developed muscles, it's not that deep. So yeah, we have to be aware of these things. All right. And suddenly we have something like a body. So the other thing we have to be careful about the body is to have a rib cage. Let's make some rib cage. And this angle here of the rib cage will be kind of a sharp. If you are making a very strong male character, we can make this angle more like this. But for a female, we'll make it sharper. And be careful to have the form of the rib cage in this area, like this. You know how the rib cage looks. And also, be more careful. What I did here, what is my greatest mistake now, is that my collarbone is too far in front. It has to be very much close to the neck. So if the neck is thin, the collarbone and the scapula will be close together. If you have a very big and muscular character, they can be as far as you want them to get from each other. So now, you see, I haven't made Dynamesh yet. Let's Dynamesh it at maybe 48. Yeah, in the beginning 48 is pretty nice. And let me show you some muscles. So, first, for the upper part here, the most prominent muscles are the collarbone in here. The prominent muscles are the collarbone. Wow. So the most prominent things are the collarbone in here. It's a bone and it's like a collar. Yes. You see what I'm going with this? This is the clavicle. It's called clavicle, but I call it collarbone because it's easier. But the scapula in the back, I don't know how to call it. In Bulgaria we have a word for it, which means shovel. shovel bone or something like this we call it. But in English I'm not sure how we are calling it. So, the collarbone is ending around this area. And in here it's starting, attached to the collarbone almost, is the scapula. And the scapula has this kind of a thing, and then it goes to the back, and the scapula is something like this. So, we see the form of the collarbone in here, which is like a motorcycle handle. If we look at it from here, you see motorcycle handle, like this. It goes and goes around the neck. Maybe it even will go a little bit closer to the neck and not so wide the shoulders, but we'll see how it will be, you know. So it ends here, and then we have an empty area, kind of a something. The traps are attached to here, here, and here, and of course the spine, and then they are attached like this. They go down, and the traps are ending here, sharply. So this all is the traps. That's why I told you it's a kind of a complex muscle. We'll have one muscle in here, but it's not be very developed in female. It's going below the shoulder, below the back shoulder, but all those things are very smooth. In female, everything is almost smooth. The sharp lines are here on the collarbone, because female doesn't have so much muscles, so the collarbone is kind of protruding. We see it a lot. And also the sides of the collarbone here sometimes are visible like bumps like this, and then we have the shoulder, and then we have this kind of a angular here, like I told you. The very, very common mistake, beginner mistake, is to make the shoulder round like this. Don't make it round, make it more like angular, it will be better. Especially on some stylized characters, it will be better to be much rounder. So, this is the front shoulder, by the way, if you don't know. And the front shoulder is attached around 1/3 of the way from here to the middle. It's 1/3 of the way, it's here. And we have this kind of a dimpling here before the chest muscle start. And the chest muscle is attached like this. And where did the chest muscle go? It goes below the front shoulder and below, just below the front shoulder, and it attaches to the arm. To the, what was the name of this bone of the arm? Yeah, I forgot it. But this is the upper bone of the arm. It attaches there. The chest. Okay? So we have this, and I explained you a lot for this. We have to have this kind of a rib cage. After the rib cage is done, we have very small kind of a, when the rib cage for the female is over, then the female body is starting to go wide. Not wild, wide. But we will have to kind of take care of these proportions. Here, by the way, you see, is a kind of a indentation. And then we have, around here we'll have the navel or the belly button. And I will push it a bit more front-wide. I like my characters to be more heroic like this. That's why I'm pushing the lower part of this, and yeah. But we'll see how it goes. Then we'll have something like pelvis. The pelvis here, and the butt in the back. Her butt probably will be pretty small, but still it's female butt, so we'll see how it will go. Yeah, I'm making some indentation here. I'm just marking them. This is, nothing is written in stone now. It's just marking, seeing how it goes. If it looks from the side view, we most of the time have this kind of a thing. here, especially in women that are not very thick. And we have kind of a belly, a little bit, because female has have a lot of fat pads around the waist and the ass and those areas here. But the breasts, we will not start them yet, although now she looks like a interesting boy, if there is an interesting boy. But some people are interested in everything, so whatever. Interesting because it has this kind of a female face. And we will make the legs. Let's start the legs now, and we will continue them in the next video. How to start them? We chose again this brush, Curve Tooth brush, which looks like a guy with very huge eyebrows and mustaches. So it's me with the eyebrows, but the mustaches are not exactly me. So it's almost me, but not exactly. And how I do the legs? I go with kind of a thin brush, small brush, and go like front, and then a little bit back, and then so S-curve, a little bit of an S-curve, and this is enough. This is enough, and from this we can make the legs. Yeah, I know that this doesn't seem right and doesn't seem enough, but we probably will be able to make the legs. And we'll have to learn a little bit about leg anatomy, but this will be in the next video. For now, this will be over. And of course, you see, the proportions are not right, but we will fix everything later. We need those things to be there. We need them to look alright, and then we will fix the proportions. So, see you in the next video, and take care.